So this would be just a spin-off from the first video I did with regards to the Megan Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson situation, right? So I realized a lot of people are invested into these two people's relationship, and it's the way of the world, you know what I mean? But I needed to do a second part to that video because generally I typically base whether I like a specific artist or not on their story, generally, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of times my judgment on a specific artist is not even based on their music, you know what I mean? It's based on other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So when I say I'm a big fan of Megan, it's just me saying I actually listened to her story, you know what I'm saying? There was a documentary on her before becoming a star, right? And prior to her career in music, she had lost her mom. And so I connected with her story, you know what I'm saying? Where she came from in Houston, the life she had before becoming a superstar, you know what I mean? And I connected with that. I don't know, it was something about, you know, her struggle. I connected with that, right? So instantly there, I became a fan. Now, do I know all her tracks and all her music? No, I really don't. I don't really listen to her music. I think her music caters to females. It caters to hotties, you know what I mean? So it's not necessarily the type of music niggas listen to. But you could still be a fan of a specific artist outside of the music. And that's what basically my conclusion was. Now, with regards to the Tory Lanez situation, I don't approve of that at all. You know what I mean? Especially if we seen on an interview, by observation, we could clearly tell that she lied. You know what I mean? So in no way am I trying to cover up. I'm not one of those fans that's gonna be biased. You know what I mean? To me, wrong is wrong. You know what I mean? So I'm not in support of none of that. But my conclusion was just a generalized review on the nature of a relationship between two superstars, basically, you know what I mean? And I was just giving my review from that perspective. But nah, all the other stuff, I don't know all the details, so a lot of stuff is alleged, you know what I mean? So I'm not one of the type of people that get on here and just be talking just because I got a camera, you know? I gotta at least have some facts before I get to talking, you know what I mean? But with regards to the relationship, Klay Thompson knew her resume before he got with her. So it's a possibility that Klay probably wanted to smash. He just probably wanted to have some fun with her, you know what I mean? And that was that. But for it to get to the point now where it's led to a Me Too movement and, you know, females talking about they should cheat on a man now, I think that's insane. You know what I mean? There gotta be some sort of cutoff point, right? And if you're in the real world like I am, you should know that a relationship between two celebrities is gonna be far different from your relationship and mine in the real world. People who base their lifestyle and relationship on celebrities, to me, have some sort of mental disconnect. You live in the real world. These people are living in a completely different world. So there's no comparison. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to have an opinion, but to be super invested to the point where it influences how you operate in your relationship is nuts. You know what I'm saying? But that's basically it, man. You know, we're not finna give this thing too much time. They're two human beings like you and I, except they're in a different world. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You feel me? Don't get your ass put out of your relationship trying to follow these two. I'm saying I ain't never gave y'all no game.
Your Honor, I speak on behalf of the lost, on behalf of the little nigga trying to get a Porsche.